hope you're ready for National Scrapbook Day. So I am hosting a challenge with Spiegelmom Scraps. You can find more information on the challenge and the blog hop on my blog, which will be linked below. For this layout, I will be using lots of fun little products from Claudia Van R Designs. She has a great new printable digital selection or collection of products called Hot Right Now, and they're perfect for summer. So I printed the 4x6 cards and I printed the 3x4 cards, and I'm going to use those on my layout today. I also printed and then fussy cut some of the ephemera pack, and I'm also going to be using that. You also saw those adorable sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps, and I'm going to be using those along with this Tutti Frutti Dazzlers from Spiegelmom Scraps and the colorings in No Yoking, and then some Heidi Swap color shine from my stash. So I'm going to start by creating a little bit of a mixed media background on my page. I'm going to use this stencil from my stash. It's from Felicity Jane, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the Tutti Frutti Dazzlers and put it through the stencil. This stencil is small, and every time I use it, it makes a little bit of a mess, but I like the messy look that it provides, and I love the little polka dots. So I'm just going to smush it around all different places, all in the background of my paper. I also wanted to let you know that I did gesso this cardstock before I started doing any of the mixed media on it. And here we are all finished. See, because the stencil is small, it gets a little messy, but I like the way it looks, and I know that this is just the bottom. I'm going to put some more mixed media on top of it, and it'll look messy too, so that's okay. So that's it. Now I know that that white spot there is where my picture's going to go. And I want to make sure there's no need for me to put anything behind the photo. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these amazing products and get to work on my layers. So I'm going to start by trimming my picture to 3x5 because that is the picture size in my sketch. So I created a sketch for all of you to play along with this month to go along with the Facebook event, NSD Scrapbook Jam, and I would love for you to come and play along. If you visit my blog, there'll be information on how you can join and play along with my sketch. You can also get a copy of my sketch on my blog. You're more than welcome to print it out or download it for use this month. This printable kit that I'm working with is, like I stated before, it's from Claudia Van R, and she actually has a coupon code that you can use during National Scrapbook Day to get 35% off of your digital order. So I will, below this, I will link my blog, and you will also find a link to her shop if you want to use that code. I will also put the code down below that you can use as well. And these kits, these digital kits, are so reasonably priced, and then she's going to give you a percentage off too. And they're big. There's so many things. I know I've used her digital kits before in layouts that I've posted here, and they are so big. There's so many things in them. I have a spring collection of hers too, and the nice thing is that you can print just what you think you want for a layout. So for example, for this layout, I just printed the 4x6 and 3x4 cards, and I didn't even print all of them. I just printed 2 sheets of each, and I print and fussy cut the ephemera. And so I'm using those journal cards as my layers for my photo, and then I'm going to fussy cut out this circle and use that for my journaling. So I'm going to do my journaling on this card, and I'm just going to use a ruler and my mat to draw some journaling lines, and then I'm going to go ahead and write my journaling. So my journaling is just going to be about, we went on a camping trip by a lake this summer, and we were with a group of people, and all the kids ate ice cream. It was the favorite. They have this delicious ice cream shop right by the lake, and it was really hard to get pictures, so this was the best one that I had of one of the kids eating their ice cream, their sticky ice cream. I have a couple other pictures, but none of them tell the story of the sticky ice cream and the sunshine as well as this one. So my journaling talks about all of the kids, and then I just have this one little photo of one of the girls we were with having her ice cream. And now I'm going to go through the ephemera pack and I'm going to create some little bunches of embellishments, and I'm going to do this without being on my 12 by 12 sheet because the 12 by 12 sheet is drying. All the texture paste is drying. So while it was drying, I decided that I could easily do this and put this together. Not only that, but if I attached all these things to each other, it would make it easier when I went to put it on my layout because gesso is funny with adhesive. So I thought, well, if I stuck everything together, then I could use some glue to put the big bunch onto my layout. I decide this little 3x4 card is going to be my title, and it says ice cream all day every day, and we ate ice cream every day while we were at the lake. So it was perfect for the story I wanted to tell about this part of our trip last summer. So here are all the ephemera pieces that I chose to use from the collection. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab some supplies from my stash. I remembered that I had these adorable felt clouds from a previous order at Spiegelmom Scraps, and I just have 2 of them left, and I decided I'm going to use those on my layout, so I'm going to set those aside. And now I'm going to come back to my background. So I really wanted drips on my layout because this layout's about ice cream, and the one thing I do remember from all the ice cream was how sticky it was, and it dripped everywhere. So what I did was I took a piece of packaging and I just sprayed some of the colorings onto the packaging until I had a nice little puddle, and then I put it on the paper and then lifted it up and just let it drip down. And I'm going to alternate between this No Yoking colorings by Shimmers, and I'm also going to use that Heidi Swap Color Shine, and I'm going to alternate some drips between the 2 colors. And here my drips are all done, and can I just say that the colorings won the dripping contest because they dripped the best. Now I'm going to sprinkle around these spring balloons sequins, and I am just putting, there's no rhyme or reason to where they are on my backgrounds other than there were some of those polka dots that got really smushy and I didn't like them, so I covered them up with sequins because that's what you do. And then I just made sure there was a nice assortment of colors on my background, lots of little sparkly things to kind of carry your eye so the background wouldn't get lost behind my photos and all the embellishments and things that I was going to put on. So now all those sequins are down, and I'm taking a look at this, and I decide that I want the tops of the drips to look like splats or to look a little drippier. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the acetate sheets and those mists again, and I'm going to grab my water brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my water brush at the tops of each of the drips to create something that looks more like a splatter, and it also gives a really nice kind of border of color across the top of my background, and I really, really like how this looks in the end. I think the drips look so cool, and then that the splats at the top really kind of finish off the look, and I really liked how this technique turned out. I didn't use a ton of water because those colorings are very saturated color. You really just need a little bit of water. I probably could have even done without any or without using the water brush, but I knew that the Heidi Swap Color Shine was going to need some water, so I went ahead and pulled out my water brush. And you can see how those look, and they turned out really, really, really cool. And I did let them kind of mix. There were spots that were wet and they kind of flowed into each other, and it created this like kind of, I don't want to say green, but it was kind of a greeny color, but it looked good. And although there's really no other green anywhere in the layout, it looks nice at the end. So now I glued down that whole initial cluster with the photo that I put together separately, and I glued everything down with Scotch Quick Dry adhesive because I didn't want anything to move or fall off, and I was worried that my tape runner wouldn't really stick to the gesso. So I'm going to grab these adorable felt hearts from the Spiegelmom Scraps shop, and they're so cute, and these are the very last 2 that I have, so it's definitely time to order more. And I love how that felt cloud looks with the little sun, and it's so cute. And I'm just going to glue those down again with that Scotch quick dry adhesive, and then on the bottom cluster I'm going to put the pinwheel and the heart and ice cream, and those are from the Claudia Van R ephemera pack. And then I decided it would be so cute to staple my cloud to the paper, and it's really cute. It looks adorable. And then I also am going to staple the ice cream cone and the heart piece together. First, I'm going to glue that teeny tiny little cloud. And now they're all used up, the whole package. So I'm going to go ahead and staple these together, and then I'm going to run out of staples. Ugh. So we have to go refill the stapler. And now the stapler is refilled, and we are back in business. I'm just going to use some foam dots and my adhesive and put these little clusters together, and then I'm going to work on, the sketch has the title in the bottom right and then another smaller cluster of embellishments in the top left. So after I get this middle part of my layout done, I am going to go ahead and work on the bottom and the top. And I'm going to decide to use a background of this washi tape. This washi tape is from my stash. It is from the Echo Park Creative Agenda collection, and it is one of the washi tapes that I've kind of been hoarding. But I recently had a bunch of my washi tapes get gummy and kind of stop being usable. So I've been trying to use my very favorite washi tapes and use them up because I don't want to have to throw them away because they get gummy. And I've had, I think, 3 rolls now that are older rolls. One was from Webster's Pages, a couple different companies, but they just got like gooey and the tape wouldn't pull off anymore. And I've heard other people say that had happened to them. I saw a video by Amy Tangerine, and I know some of hers did that too. So it just must be humidity, or maybe they're like rub-ons and they have an expiration date. So what I did was I layered up 3 strips of that washi tape to use as a background behind my title. And I'm going to put that little title down there that I cut from the 3x4 card, and then I'm going to add just a couple more of those Spring Blooms sequins to the bottom, just for a little bit more sparkle and fun color and shimmer. So I have been kind of cutting these little ice cream cones from that 4x6 card, and I'm going to cut one more out to use on the top. And at that top cluster, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to layer up some of the strips of the washi tape, and then I'm going to place some banners there. But first, I'm going to add some washi to the side of my photo and to the top, so that you kind of have, some washi tape at the top and some at the bottom, and then a little bit in my layers and around my photo. And I'm going to fight with it apparently a little bit. And then that just means, to me, I like to do that. So we have the sequins at the bottom and the sequins in the middle, and then we're going to have the sequins at the top, and then we'll have the washi tape in all 3 places. And I'm also going to put an ice cream cone at the top, so there's an ice cream cone at the bottom, and then one in that bottom cluster, and then one at the top. So we kind of have a diagonal design going, with a little bit more centered middle with the background. So here I'm just doing that washi tape at the top, and then from that ephemera pack, I'm going to grab, I think I grabbed banners. I think they're like little banner pieces. Yes. And we're going to create a little bit of a banner at the top, and then I'm going to fussy cut some of the little ice cream from the 4x6 card. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, or why I didn't edit this out of the video. Very odd. Okay, let's get back to the layout now. I think maybe I lost something and I was trying to look for it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab these banner pieces. First, I'm going to try to put that up there, but I don't like that. So the ice cream cone, I fussy cut the ice cream cone, and I was just going to put an ice cream cone up there, but it blended in too much with the washi tape. You couldn't see it really well. So I'm going to go with these little banner pieces, and then I'm going to use the ice cream cone, and I'm going to put pop dots on the ice cream cone. And then a couple more sequins and my fuzzy head, apparently. There's the pop dots. So I hope that you will go down below and check out the blog post that's associated with this layout and play along with my sketch and with the challenges, other challenges that the other girls are going to have in the NSD Scrapbook Jam, because it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of prizes. And also, if you go to my blog post, you'll find that there's a whole blog hop you can hop along with to see lots of inspiration and challenges by all of the designers, plus a couple of special guests. This is what our layout looks like when it is all finished. I'm just adding a couple more sequins because I realized that I somehow managed to cover up all of the pink ones on the left side. So there were no pink ones, and I wanted pink sequins. Who doesn't want pink sequins? They're beautiful. And this is our finished layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, like, or subscribe. And here are some close-ups. Enjoy your National Scrapbook Day, and I hope to see many of you online. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.